Hi guys, welcome to my channel, the Canada Immigration Compass, where you receive all the information you need in order to migrate to Canada and to receive your permanent residency. Now don't forget to support my channel by liking the video, subscribing and sharing the video, and also to hit the notification button so that you can be notified as soon as I upload new video. I have also provided my contact information in the description below, my email address, my WhatsApp number, and my Facebook page. Now today I have some update on Canada travel restriction. So what happened, the scientific panel that advised the Canadian federal government on COVID-19 related issues is now recommending ending the mandatory 3 days hotel quarantine. Now, since February 22 of this year, 2021, air travelers to Canada have been required by law to check into a government approved hotel for 3 days upon arrival. So what happened? Travelers coming to Canada would required to have a COVID test done within 72 hours of them arriving in Canada. And upon arriving, they would need to get another COVID test done and stay in a government approved hotel for 3 days and until they receive the test results. After that 3 days, they were still required to undergo 14 days of quarantine. Now, those 3 days that were spent in the hotel can be calculated in the 14 days. Now, after being in the country for 10 days, the traveler would required to do another COVID test at the end of that first 10 days. So within the next 3 days, they would get the results, which would add up to the 14 days. So the scientific panel body that advises the federal government on issues relating to COVID-19 is recommending that these first 3 days that the government recommend are put in law that travelers should spend in a hotel approved by the government should be finished with for various reasons. One of them, the panel is saying that it is very costly to stay in these hotels for the 3 days. And the next thing is that 3 days is not the incubation period, right? So normally the incubation period is like 7 days. So they're saying that this 3 days is not necessary. Another thing they are also pointing out, while the 3 days in the hotel help to enforce individuals to abide by these guidelines, after what they find since February 22 and March 31, since the this law put in place, the 3 days at the hotel, what they find is that over 31,000 individuals did the test the first day when they came. But after the 10 days, no one did that second test. So they're saying that to stay at the hotel for 3 days is not necessary. So what they're suggesting is that individuals cut out the 3 days at the hotel, let individuals still do the quarantine period, but instead of doing 14 days, they will do 7 days. So you do a test on the day you arrived, and at the end of the 7th day, you do another test, so that they would ensure that individuals would do both tests. So this would be an incentive for individuals to actually get both tests done. So this is what they're recommending, to reduce the quarantine period from 14 days to 7 days, and to also cut out the mandatory 3 days that first 3 days that individual would have to stay at a government approved hotel. So if these are approved, individuals will not have to stay the first 3 days in a hotel, but they can find some location of their own and quarantine for 7 days. What they're also recommending is that individuals who are fully vaccinated should not have to go through the 14 days quarantine period, but they should be allowed to not experience this restriction. So these are some of the recommendation that the scientific panel that advised the federal government are sharing with the government. We're not sure if these will be accepted and put in place, but they are actually thinking about it and seeing if these suggestions can work. So of course there will be more information pertaining to this coming, and I'm sure many travelers would be happy if these new suggestions go in place, because it would cost less for individuals and individuals would have less time to quarantine. Now, there are some individuals that are not under travel restriction, like some international students and foreign workers, like international students that are going to a designated learning institution that have COVID plan in place, safeguard plans in place, and of course Canadian citizens and permanent residents status individuals are not under travel restriction. All right, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and to share my video.